What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. Ooh. This is going to be Games People Play, Season 2, Episode 4. So, Eric is dead, okay? At the end of the last episode, I thought he was dead, but I didn't really want him to be dead. I was like, that is a bit extreme. But Eric is dead. You know, everybody is coming over to help me out and extend their condolences. Marcus, Kareem, Golden Goddess, you know, Kendall, they all through there. I know that's not his name on the show, but it's just going to be his name today. And she said, listen, something just don't feel right about this. Like, I feel like it's more to this story. Of course, Kendall lets her know that he was obsessed with this whole Illuminati situation. I know they ain't called Illuminati on the show, but they basically supposed to be the Illuminati child. But they calling them the people shit. I don't know. But she is obsessed with it. She thinks that is the reason why he died. She said, you know, a heart attack just is not natural. You know, that's just not natural. She goes through his stuff. She sees his computer now. I was like, if she gets in his computer, then I'm going to be like, stop it. For somebody as paranoid as he was, as high-tech savvy as he was, ain't no way in the world anybody's supposed to be able to get into his computer without some help. But it didn't look like she was actually going through his computer. She was able to, like, power it on. And she saw the picture of the two of them. And, of course, it made her emotional. So she went to her boss and asked her boss if they could explore the story, exposing them. And the boss was like, you know, these people have crazy conspiracy theories. You know, Tupac selling tacos down in L.A. and, you know, all this other stuff. She was like, nah, we're going to pass on it. And they end up running into Cynthia Bailey because, you know, they was going through Eric's websites and stuff like that he was going through. So maybe she did get his computer anyway. And they ended up having, you know, a conversation with her. And they ended up meeting up with her. And she was paranoid. Like, when they offered her something to drink, she was like, I don't know y'all like that. And I said that. I said, see, that's what Eric should have done. Eric should have known better than to be taking drinks from strangers and stuff like that. Because that's why he dead now. But okay. And she said, listen, I might be, because she's saying, she's got like this whole Erykah Badu vibe, and she's supposed to be like a singer that nobody believes. They think that she just went off the deep end, and she said she used to be in good with them, but, you know, she wouldn't go along with the get along, and they ruined her career, and they got everybody out here thinking she crazy. She said, listen, Eric had figured it all out. She was like, they got him. And, you know, Kendall brought up a good point. He said, well, you the one out here doing YouTube videos exposing them. Why you not dead? She said, because I hadn't put all the pieces together, but he had. Like, they got him. I'm telling you, they got him because he was able to put, you know, 2 + 2 = 4, okay? I was doing 2 + 2 and coming up with 5, but he was able to come up with 4. So, I'm telling you now, watch your back. They're looking for you. Now, while this is going on, they called Kareem down to the office, you know, to the main office, and they want him to do color commentary. Now, of course, his boy that actually had invited him on the show ain't feeling it. He's like, wait a minute, I'm the voice of the whatever they call the Raptors, whatever their name is. I am the voice of them. You know, I do the podcast, I do the pre-game show, I do the post-game interviews. Like, that is what I do, okay? She said, and, you know, Carisha was like, listen, I get it. That is who you are. But this is what we need. We need a boost. He went viral. You know, we are losing right now. So we need all the publicity we can get, good, bad, or indifferent. Okay? We need all the publicity that we can get. So, of course, Kareem is excited. You know, he got himself a new job. You know, something in it. He going to be making, you know, good money. People going to be able to see him. He's going to be able to live that dream of, you know, Kareem, you know, the star that he always wanted to be. Now, we see practice, and once again, listen, they're not getting along, and that's it, that's all. Marcus and Romello are not getting along, and, you know, they have a horrible practice, but they end up going to the club, and everybody's down to the club because Kareem is celebrating, and he hook up with a girl, and he tell Marcus, yo, can you have my back, because I'm about to go home with old shorty. And I was like, boy, these men ain't ish, child, they ain't ish. But, of course, Marcus was like, yeah, dog, you know, I got your back, you know, it's all good. Now, while Marcus is there at the club, he gets served with divorce papers. I said, now, ain't that about nothing? So, the wife that he don't know that's on the run from the police that had time to go to a lawyer, consult with a lawyer, and get divorce papers served to Marcus down to the club, okay? And when Marcus went to go meet with the lawyer, he done got his lawyer, and they done went to meet with the lawyer. Come to find out, the lawyer is the partner to the guy that got Vanessa pregnant, the guy she was having that affair with, white boy from last season. And Marcus was like, wait a minute, you got to be kidding me. You mean to tell me that you are the partner to the man that was sleeping with my wife? And he was like, yes, but just so you know, he feels really bad about that. You know, he wanted me to extend, you know, my apologies to you. And he was like, but he felt bad about sleeping with my wife. Like, did he feel bad about the fact he got my wife pregnant? And of course, the partner was like, oh shit. She got pregnant. He was like, yeah, he got my wife pregnant. Of course, he said he didn't know nothing about it. Marcus then went down to Eden, complaining about the fact that the team is marketing Romello. They're pushing him on the tickets, on the marquee and everything. And Eden was like, sir, let me be clear with you. You haven't been on the marquee since you had the whole situation last year when you damn near, when you took credit for killing your mistress. And he was like, well, that was me protecting my family. She was like, I respect that. But the team can't market you while you out here under suspicion for murder. Like, you need to get your life together and stop worrying about whether your face is on the tickets. And that's when he told her that, you know, his wife had filed for divorce and all that good stuff. And so Marcus, of course, was upset with the lawyer. I'm sorry, went back and forth. Because he's like, so you know what my wife is and what my child is, but you can't tell me. And of course he can't. Like, of course he can't tell her. So Marcus, of course, is understandably angry. Now, Miriam went and confronted Jebediah. She saw that Jebediah is heading up the Christian Leadership Conference, and she wants to know how a pastor without a church who just came out of a scandal can be leading up a conference of this magnitude. And she said, see, he must be linked up with them. He absolutely must be linked up with them. So she goes to confront him, and he plays dumb. But, you know, towards the end of the conversation, he sort of lets on that maybe he does know what she's talking about, but he never admits to anything, and he never admits to any sort of wrongdoing. And he does almost admit to sending her that sex toy, though, you know. But he pretty much lets her know, listen, I'm going to need you to just leave this alone. I'm going to need you to just let it slide, bro. Let it slide. Don't get caught up in this. Let it go. And of course she can't, because, I mean, her boyfriend did. Like, she can't let go. She's like a dog with a bone now. She's going to keep digging deeper and deeper. She's going to end up in trouble, too. But I don't think it's going to be as easy, you know, as with Eric. So they all end up going to the basketball game. You know, Marcus left tickets for all of them, and they down to the game. And Kareem's girlfriend, she's hooking up. You know, she's not even fooling with Mia or with Golden Goddess, because she was like, I remember that Golden Goddess was the one that went public about sleeping with Marcus, and that's supposedly Vanessa's best friend over there, and they all friends and buddy now. I can't rock with it. But we see her chilling with, you know, some of the other wives up in the booth. And I feel like that conversation wasn't by accident. I feel like there might be more to this story with that woman she was talking to. But we see the game go on, and Golden Goddess is cheering real hard for Mr. Romello that she claims she don't want to mess with because she ain't trying to mess with ballers no more. Kareem is giving his commentary, and he seems to be doing a pretty good job with it, you know, doing all right. So once the game is over, of course, they lost. And in the post-game interview, you know, Marcus handled himself well. You know, the media was trying to turn this into, you know, you and your teammate not getting along. And Marcus was like, listen, we still learning each other. We still trying to get our chemistry together. And so dude came up later and was like, you know, I really respect how you handled that. So I don't know if they're going to find some sort of common ground because, child, I'm sick of them fighting, okay? I'm sick of them fighting. Kareem, Marcus got caught up in the lie because Kareem, fiance gonna tell Marcus that was cool how you let Marcus stay at your house the other night. And of course, Marcus ain't remember the lie. One, he was probably drunk, and two, that was the night he got served with divorce papers. He can't remember the lie about you cheating on your fiance, but he just got served with divorce papers from his wife that done ran away, and he don't know where his wife and child is. Child, he can't keep up with that. So of course, he forgot to tell the lie. Kareem asked and got in trouble. The fiance chasing his ass through the arena, talking about something. Why you lying? You dirty dog. You dirty, dirty, dirty dog. You know what I'm saying? And then we see Golden Goddess with Romello. And I guess she done went from, no, we just going to be friends to friends with benefits, because, baby, they was getting it in down to the couch, okay? They was getting it in over on the couch. The next day, she is happy, you know, in the afterglow, living her best life again. It is more, but then we see her roll up on some dude, and he was like, "Well, hey, how you doing?" And she has this whole flashback of being assaulted, you know, being sexually assaulted. So this is the guy that sexually assaulted her. So I guess we're gonna get some of that backstory, okay? But it looks like he's living in the same apartment complex that she lives in. The next morning, Kareem shows up down to Marcus's house, and he mad at him like, "Dang, you know, the one thing I asked you to do for me, like I've done a million things for you. The one thing I asked you to do for me, basically, remember the lie that I told you to tell my girl, and you can't do that. Now she done put me out the house, and I'm sleeping over here until she figure it out, okay?" But then he went on to say something else about he not sure if he ready for all of this. It's too early for that. And Marcus was like, "Too early to get married?" And he was like, "No, too early for this." So that was the episode, y'all. See how I summed that up in 10 minutes? Let me know what y'all think. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.